What's up, everybody? Welcome to the House of Mario, episode 38. I'm your host, Drew Agnew, and joining me, as always, is my wonderful co-host, Bryce DeWitt.
It's me.
It's you.
It's me. Times two.
Oh, it's you. I thought it was someone else.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it.
Well, I guess it's not the show anymore. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening.
This week on the show, we're going to be talking about a lot of Nintendo news that's come out within the last week. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Yes.
Yes.
I love how you stopped for dramatic effect. Yeah, no, plenty of news over the past couple of weeks. We missed out on an episode, which we are very sorry about. Deep respectful bows. We've been very busy people.
Yeah, we did initially postpone it because I picked up Labo and I wanted to do an episode on Labo, but
you haven't had the time for that either.
Yeah, well, just how the week's been. Has it been sort of that busy? And when I get home, the last thing it turns out the last thing I want to do is
build cardboard.
It's build cardboard pianos. But what I did just quickly do the RC car. Mm-hmm. And I built it and buzzed it around the floor a bit. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, yep.
Labo, yeah.
So I am looking forward to getting them built. I feel like if I could like reverse time or get a kid or something, it'll be a lot more fun. Obviously, because that's the market it's towards. Yeah, but I sort of just want to have the piano there and just muck around with the piano and have the fishing rod there. I don't want to have to build it.
No, yeah. I think that's like a inherent problem with the thing.
It's not a problem with it. It's just
it's an inherent problem for anybody that doesn't have the time. You know what I'm saying? Mm. You know, like you said, when you get home, the last thing you want to do is build a bunch of cardboard contraptions that, you know, you just ultimately you just want to sit there and you want to do the thing.
You do want to do the thing.
Yeah, that's exactly it's what I'm saying. Anyway, that aside.
So Nintendo come out with their, I guess, quarterly financial report, and it's very interesting. We're going to talk some numbers, Bryce. Do you like numbers?
Yes, I love numbers.
Numbers are pretty cool. So Mario Odyssey has sold 10.41 million copies on an install base, which is about 17 point something million Switches.
Yeah,
so that's phenomenal. So, but I guess the thing is with these Nintendo games, if they're not selling that well, what are people playing on the thing? That's I know times are different now with third party support. Obviously, there's a lot more variety on Switch to play. You've got indies, you've got Ubisoft and these bigger companies making games. But if you're not playing Mario, I don't know.
No, I mean, a lot. There's people that are, their main investment is like there's going to be Virtual Console on this thing soon, and
yeah,
I want that. But like, I think, especially when it comes down to Mario and Zelda, I think they're quintessential titles anyway that anybody's going to pick up for the most part. I think the people that haven't picked them up are probably kids mainly that are just like, you know what.
Haven't got around to it, or
I'll buy Mario Kart because Mario Kart is fun, and then because they're kids, they don't earn that much money. Of course, they can't go out and buy like these other titles, which is that's fine. I'm not saying like 7 million or whatever it is that are missing out on Super Mario Odyssey are children. I'm just saying that like you got to take things like that into account, I guess. People's gauge of interest for Mario, or their gauge of interest for the game over other games, that kind of thing.
And the exciting thing about a lot of these games Nintendo are bringing out too is for the next 5 years or however long the Switch goes, like Mario Odyssey is going to sell as long as the console's relevant.
Absolutely,
yeah.
It'll be like Super Mario 64 in that retrospect. Galaxy also was almost the same way until Galaxy 2 though. And then Galaxy 2 sort of took over that reign.
Yeah, so it depends if they bring out a sequel or what they're going to do with it.
I don't know if I want to see an Odyssey sequel.
No, I'm quite happy just for like a season pass, add some new worlds and levels. And
that'd be nice. I think adding on additional content is probably more of an effective way nowadays.
Yeah.
To gauge people's interests. Especially looking back at Galaxy, I know for me, looking at Super Mario Galaxy 2 and being like, oh, that's a thing, didn't interest me after playing through 2 times on the same save file.
You had your fix.
I got 120 stars of Mario and Luigi in Galaxy 1, and after that it was just like, no, whatever. The concept is it's over for me now.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted. Clap,
fair
clap.
enough. So, the second best-selling game on Switch is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 9.22 million units, which is now outsold the Wii U version.
Yes, it has.
Which is like
almost outsold the Wii.
Oh, well. Yeah, it will outsell the Wii U by the time that game's reached its peak. It's going to outsell the actual Wii U. Yeah.
I don't mean to sadistically laugh to sound like I'm laughing at like the Wii U's horrible torture.
No, you're just letting some pain escape. I get it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So just quickly going into, when do you think the next Mario Kart's going to come out? Because obviously this game has a lot of legs, so the next Mario Kart doesn't need to be coming anytime soon at all.
I was going to say, technically there doesn't need to be another bloody Mario Kart on the Switch as it is.
True.
Like, realistically, Mario Kart 8 is a stellar game, and if they wanted to, they could just add more to that as well. I'm not saying that it's off the cards. I would like to see a Mario Kart, 9, 10, 11, 12 on future consoles, obviously, but like 8 is like, it's almost a 100% package for Mario Kart.
Yeah, well, the deluxe version, they fixed what was wrong with it, the battle mode, and so I think like Mario Kart 8 to me is like the perfect Mario Kart, apart from just with now that it's online, they implemented that it has to be timed, like battle mode.
Yeah.
Like, I still miss it just being unlimited, and you get down to that final 2, and you just ping it out like that.
There's only 2 Mario Karts that'll ever be perfect to me, and that's Mario Kart 64 and Mario Kart DS. Those will be the only 2 perfect Mario Karts ever. I know that Mario Kart 8 certainly does have its flaws, no matter how fun it is at the best of times, and even at the worst of times, it's still fun.
Yeah.
But I'll never get the same experience as I had with Mario Kart 64 or Mario Kart DS, because inherently I found nothing wrong with either of those games. I'm not sure what it is, but like the battle mode in 64 was perfect, and it had the best battle mode courses in my opinion. And then you had Mario Kart DS. You had the online functionality of Mario Kart DS was stellar, and the ability to create your own emblems was awesome.
You just like drawing dicks and driving around with a big dick on you.
Actually, I liked being super detailed with emblems. That was fun.
So did I. Yeah.
It was great.
You go online, you get the graphs, and you actually,
Yeah.
So number 3 is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 8.48 million units, and it sold an additional 1.5 on Wii U.
Only 1.5 on the Wii U. Yeah, that's a surprise, actually. I know that most Wii U owners would have picked up a Switch, but...
Yeah, well, I guess most Wii U owners are, hardcore Nintendo, so most of them would have waited until they had a Switch or...
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, I think. Because I've heard people say that.
There's people like us, we will, hardcore enough to buy a Wii U for the Nintendo games, and when a new Nintendo console comes out, we're like, all right, we're going to go and get the next one.
Absolutely.
Good game, Breath of the Wild.
It was a fantastic and stellar game, and hopefully, it still sees a regular sale output as Wii U units sell, and see how it goes from there, because it's definitely a brilliant game.
And next up is Splatoon 2 at 6.2 million units.
Splatoon.
Very good.
I'm
so happy to see the success for this game.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I actually said it before we started the show, that this series is really kicking off pretty hard. You know what I mean? The Wii U didn't sell. The Wii U obviously didn't sell very well, and therefore the sales also sort of sucked down with it. But
It sold pretty well on Wii U too, though.
It did. I'm just saying, like, looking at it now, it's made like an effervescent climb. It's gone right up there. Right up there.
Number 5, I got 1-2 Switch, the best Switch game.
I don't know how this made it this high up. There is some crack fun in it, and that's nice and everything, but it's also a game that could have been made in like the space of 2 weeks.
Well, I bought it for $70, and we had fun with it that night on the launch day.
For a couple of hours, yeah.
We had a box of Boomers. We got through that when we were playing 1-2 Switch. And I'm pretty sure we smashed our Joy-Cons together at some stage playing the Wizard game. No, the Sword game. See, like, those games were fun. Like, they're stupid. They just needed a lot more in it.
There was no substance at all, and it wasn't worth an $80 price tag when it was sitting on the shelf. It was sitting next to Breath of the Wild. It's like, how do you stack those two up at the same price?
I can't even make a joke about that. No, you can't.
No, thank you.
See, I think it made it the number 5 spot because people like myself on launch day would have been, I want to feel the ice blocks in the Joy-Cons, and I want to like do the silly things, and
I want to feel my ice block tank.
I do, but it was really like what I really wanted it for is to show off the Switch to people who wouldn't be impressed by Zelda. So, like my mum and non-gamers, like the Wii Sports crowd, essentially.
Yeah,
like. Yeah. I showed it. I was like, so what does this thing do? It's like, well, it's a thing, and these come off and feel the vibrations. Oh, that's cool. Or
you can feel ice cubes.
You can.
Yay!
Actually, like the marbles game. That was really smart how that worked.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm great at that. Yeah.
I just need I wish they brought it out and it was just. This is how the Joy-Cons work. It's going to be like a bit of a demo for you. $30, it's not going to be too much. Like $30 is still $30, but it's not $80 or $70.
Oh, God, yes. No.
So
it was too expensive.
If they bring a 1-2 Switch 2 out, I can assure you it will not sell a fraction of what this one has.
No way. No.
And I dare say Nintendo knew that. They could release something like that at launch and get it to sell.
Get away with it.
And at number 6 is ARMS at 1.85 million.
ARMS, yeah.
Which is quite good for what ARMS is, a new IP, which,
yeah,
I guess it hasn't broken the mainstream appeal like Splatoon has.
No, it hasn't yet, no.
Yeah, but as
it could do.
We talked to Defer a couple of episodes ago, it's found a really hardcore fan base, and it's gotten itself into EVO and tournaments like that. So
yeah, which is fantastic, by the way. It's good to see that ARMS is really platforming off like in that crowd quite well. Even if it is only small, tight knit, and everybody technically knows each other in that community. And
that game's really evolved too. Like going back to it the other day, they've got an achievement system. They've got like new arms, balance patches coming out all the time. Like it's really fantastic.
Oh yeah, they're really focused on making the game better for everyone, and all the updates have been free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something that's pretty admirable, and you got to look at it from that perspective.
Brand new characters, no microtransactions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really good.
Number 7, one of your favourite games on the platform, Bryce, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at 1.31 million.
Needs more sales.
But these sales for like a super niche JRPG.
Yeah, I know.
On a system that was at the time for a long time under 10 million. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not fantastic. I just want to see more people play it. It's the thing is like these games they've had like just as much love put into most of them as any other game would, and I just feel like it was a fantastic sequel to a fantastic game in a fantastic franchise.
Yep.
And I think it needs more love and attention. In saying that, I'm putting my hand up and saying I haven't bought Expansion Pass yet, and I really need to. But I'm.
Is it because it's not compelling enough for you? Or?
No, I've just been very wary. I used to pre-order DLC and all that shit when I was a kid. I used to just be like, bam, I'm on that. I want that, and I want it to be on my Xbox when it's out. I don't care. nowadays I'm just like, you know what, I'll wait for a little bit of the content to come out first, so I actually know what I'm buying into.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Well, yeah. You know, and look, I'm looking at it now, and it's looking good. The content is coming out really steadily. And I like that, but it's come to a point where I'm just like, great, I'm gonna buy it soon.
It's a bit pricier, isn't it? The expansion pass. Is it 30 or is it like 50?
It's still 30.
It is, okay. Yep.
Yeah. So it's just, it's been a case of I'm just gonna sit here, wait till it comes, like some stuff comes out. So when I actually buy it, I can actually enjoy what I've just bought.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have instant gratification. I won't just be like, sort of thing. In saying that, there's also been a bunch of free bonuses that I still haven't logged in, and I haven't started New Game Plus yet, which is a thing I've got on my list to do. But I've also got a backlog of Switch games to finish.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah. Because you're just like, oh, that indie game looks cool, and spend $20, and...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I just looked up Persona 5 sales, just to put it into comparison with, obviously the PlayStation 4, and in Japan, Persona 5 was released on PS3 as well, and December 1st it sold 2 million copies. So a game with as much reach as Persona 5 and as much critical acclaim, this game is, sold comparable to that, so that's amazing.
Yeah. It's not that far behind in comparison to like console distribution and sales, and again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I think that's really great. But and then again, more people need to play Persona.
yeah, definitely.
It's really like, I know JRPG is kind of a niche genre, but it's there's some really good stories hidden up in them if you look properly, and I wish people would give them more of a go. But we'll find out. We'll find out as the years go on whether Xenoblade will keep climbing or whether it'll just hold at a standstill. I'm hoping it keeps going. Anyway,
it'll keep going, I think.
Number 8.
So number 8 is Kirby Star Allies at 1.26 million, and this
that was fast.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah,
because like what I think it is, and this is how I felt when Kirby came out in March. I think it'd been a while since a big Switch or a big Nintendo game had come out, and people have been hungry, and so a lot of people jumped on it.
Yeah, that's absolutely how they've handled it.
And this is Kirby Star Allies is the best-selling Kirby game, like the fastest selling Kirby game since Nightmare on Dreamland on Game Boy Advance.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's pretty good too, because Nightmare on Dreamland is a freaking good game. It's actually one of my favourite Kirby games.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Dreamland Kirby. Nightmare on Dreamland Kirby. Nightmare on Dreamland. No, seriously, it's good to see that Kirby's getting some attention as well. The rule, not for $80,
Yeah.
I really, but seeing numbers like that makes me go, maybe I will bump it up to $60 instead of $50.
What? What number? What? We've talked about this. This is all we've talked about. Kirby. It's just bloody price. We're so bloody because I see on Amazon Australia it's 65. Is that cheap enough for you?
No.
See, I'm. It probably is for me, but I'm just in the problem where it's like, all right, I've got a lot of games to play. I don't have.
Yeah. See, the thing is I'm still buying games as they gradually come out and still building up a fucking backlog.
Yeah.
I haven't bought Xenoblade Expansion Pass, and I probably won't until Hyrule Warriors Definitive has came out. I've bought that because I'm definitely buying that. And then I'll think about it after maybe the Expansion Pass, and if there's a dry spell. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, man.
It's hard to fit Kirby in the schedule.
Yeah,
it's hard to fit Kirby in the schedule. But yeah,
I would be keen for it if I had, say, my girlfriend, or even if I could catch up with you more often, we could get together and actually play together.
Yeah, that's what the game is built for.
I feel like if I just buy it and play it by myself, that's just going to be me just floating through the thing with 3 other things following me. Yeah. He was making a sign with his hand, like jumping through the level too. He's not just. So yeah, congratulations, Kirby. So that's awesome seeing that many games sell well on the Switch.
Yeah, well, yeah. You really can't complain looking at
Because
those
they really
numbers.
like a lot of their franchises didn't do that well on Wii U like that. Like Mario Kart 8 and 3D Land or 3D World sold well, but
I don't think we need to elaborate too much on the Wii U and its disappointments. It's making me upset.
no, we did not.
Tiny violin.
So next up on the agenda, Bryce, in May, Nintendo are going to share more information about their online service.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be through a direct or a video presentation or something, but it's going to be more of they're going to update their website.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to feel about that.
I want a video.
I actually do. Then there's a good reason behind it. You can put that information out still on the website, to be sure. Do that, but
I feel like I've already done that. They've already made a website and I'm like, here's their online.
Yeah, no, they've got the page up there, but it doesn't say anything.
No.
But I want. It's good to have a bit of marketing behind it, because if you have a bit of marketing behind it, at least they'll be like, hey, this is the president of the subsidiary of our company talking about what's great about our online service, and at least then you get sort of like you get more of a general idea than just reading words on paper. If you got like a diagram and somebody's like, this is what you're paying for and this is what it goes to, but apparently this service is going to be like $30
$30 a year.
$30 a year, which
yeah.
is negligible. That's whatever. Like I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be like $60-$70. It's another subscription I can't pay. But no, it's only $30 a year, and I can dig that. Like that's not bad.
Do you think what I'm hoping is like virtual consoles tied into like a Netflix sort of subscription service into this thing? That's what I'm hoping for.
That'd be so good. And they just update the catalog.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you can do everything all the time. Probably not. But if they have 5 or 10 rotating games a month, where it's like a Link to the Past, and like I don't know, they might even have like this week's Zelda month to celebrate.
Yeah.
35th anniversary or something. Like it could be really cool, and because if it's just $30 and you're getting your if you're getting your 2 NES games with online services, which is going to be pretty much leaderboards for the most part, like that, like you'll play with the first 2 and you're like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah,
like they've gone into the game and redone it, but it's not going to hold your attention that long. You're not going to be there every month going, oh yeah, new NES game, hell yeah.
No, they kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit too, because Splatoon and ARMS have had their time out now, and people have had enough time to mess around with them, and you get to the point where it's just like, well, what are we paying for? And it's like, you get a game. It's like, cool.
You get a game.
But it wasn't the point of this online service to let us play online. It's like, yeah. It's like, what though? We've already played everything.
You played everything? Well, I haven't.
Played everything. It's I don't know. They shot themselves in the foot a little bit, releasing it so late, I think.
Yeah, it does seem like a bit of a joke now. It's like, oh, we're going to be releasing more information in our online service. Like, come on, guys, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's it.
And I don't have that much confidence it's going to be fantastic anyway.
No, yeah, just
like at the moment, you play Mario Kart and that it works. You've got the app for voice chat, which is just a joke in itself.
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you remember when we used that? And it's just like,
I'm struggling not to smash my head against the microphone and just be like, It's absolutely frustrating.
Absolutely frustrating.
Absolutely.
So, Bryce, how do you feel about the 3DS?
Oh, the Thrutus?
The Thrutus.
The Thrutus is a good friend.
Well, that's good. If it's a good friend, because Nintendo promises to support it throughout 2019.
Yeah. Yes.
So we're getting a few games. We're getting like a new WarioWare. We're getting a remake of Luigi's Mansion, so on and so forth throughout this year. And What Mario and Luigi are they remaking again? Bowser's Inside Story for early next year.
Was it Bowser's Inside Story?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Which is kind of weird, just jumping straight to that one. But
yeah. Couldn't be partners in time.
so this is a good thing for me because I've recently gone out and bought 2 more new 2DSs.
Look, if anybody could please stop this man from his...
I love my
his
I love my special edition DS,
God.
man. Because on Amazon they had the Pokemon 2DS, the Pokeball and the Pikachu edition for $150, and I'm just like, I really wanted those, and now they're...
Don't listen to him, guys. He's got 4 of them now. He's got 4 new 3DSs or /2DSs. He's got 4 of them. 4.
Well, I got the
4.
I got the normal smaller new 2DS.
Yeah, and then you got a Majora's Mask.
I got the Majora's Mask,
and now you got a Pikachu one.
Yeah,
and now you got a Pokeball one. How many more do you need, man?
I don't know. I'll wait for Nintendo to tell me if they bring out another cool one.
God damn it! He's got too many new consoles. I haven't even got one of them. I haven't got one.
Or maybe you're smarter with your money. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think moving on, Bryce. Going to the biggest news.
The biggest.
So Nintendo are going to be having a new president. Kimishima is stepping down. I have forgotten his name, Bryce, and I probably won't be able to pronounce it. No,
I can pronounce it for you. I won't butcher it at all.
I butcher names, let alone big long Japanese ones.
Okay, so let's see. Furukawa. What's Shuntaro Furukawa. Yeah, Shuntaro Furukawa.
You can't tell we're from South Australia.
Shuntaro Furukawa.
Cool. And he's one of the he's fairly young to be becoming a president.
40 odd. Yeah.
Yeah, 46.
Was it? Yeah.
And for comparison, Iwata was 42 when he took over.
Yes, he was. Jesus. Yeah. God.
Because if you go back and look at old Nintendo press conferences, like Iwata looks like a child.
President of the company, Iwata.
So this guy, he's had experience sort of in the marketing, and he was on the board of directors for the Pokemon company. So he's had lots of experience sort of within Nintendo.
Yeah.
And
yes. Yeah.
And it's like he's sort of been, I guess he's got more of that like nostalgia for Nintendo, but he doesn't have that obviously not the games side of knowledge like Iwata did. So it'd be interesting to see how he can sort of bring that knowledge, and hopefully he's got a passion for what Nintendo stands for and keeps it going forward with what the Switch is doing.
He's got big shoes to fill.
Certainly does.
He's got massive shoes to fill. I mean, we didn't hear much of Kimishima at all. You know what I mean?
No, like he just did his job.
He just did his job.
But be interesting to see if this guy will be doing that as well, or he'll be more public facing. Like,
yes.
By the sounds of it, probably not.
Probably not. No, but I think that's the reason they're big shoes to fill. Do you know what I'm saying? Is Iwata cared a lot about his company, about the company he was running. He was very serious about it, and he tried to make himself as present as he possibly could. He was a very hard-working man, and I'm not saying that these two men aren't, but I feel like...
I'm sure they're very hard-working men to be where they are.
Absolutely, well, absolutely, but the little extra that Iwata put in to make good with Nintendo fans, and
he understood. He
absolutely did, and I think it's, again, like looking back on it, it was really sad that we lost that man, because he was incredible. I have
so much respect for Iwata.
Oh, absolutely, and I think
just where he come from, and
so many people in the industry do. Do you know what I mean? He is quite the gem, even in our memories. He's quite the gem.
I think he's like, just the idea of him wanting to share like the inside bits of Nintendo, like his Iwata asks, like columns. He wanted to put that out into the world. He wanted to be the front-facing man for his company like addressing the audience of what products are coming out.
Absolutely.
Like, that is super special. I don't know how many companies in the world do that.
Nah, not many. Not many.
He had a real passion for Nintendo, so
He absolutely did.
so huge shoes to fill, but I'm sure it'll do a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure the company will run just as well as it always does, but it's just thinking on those times with
Well, that's
Iwata son.
I guess 3 years ago, that's why everyone was so sad, because we knew we wouldn't get another man like him.
Absolutely not. No. He was way too unique. He was just, I don't know. The day I found out, it was very shocked. I was very shocked.
I was too. Yeah, it wasn't out of nowhere, because we knew he was ill and.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But we didn't. I don't think we imagined him on his deathbed.
No.
He was sick, absolutely, but
because, I remember he done a press conference where he was, and that's where they announced they're working on what was the code name for the Switch again? Please remind me.
Oh God,
Jesus,
God Jesus.
I was about to say NGP. That was the Vita. We used to talk about it all the time, and now it's just gone from our brains.
It has. That's the effect.
Yeah. So, but that's where they announced they're working on new hardware, which is going to change the way we play or whatever, and that eventually become the Switch. And I remember seeing photos from that press conference. And he looked like very thin, very.
Yeah, he did absolutely. It's just a shame that he couldn't be around today to see his work culminate to what it has because
we need to do an episode on this. I think talk about Iwata.
Absolutely. Let's try and leave it till then. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I don't know much about Mr. Shuntaro, but Furukawa. Yeah. I don't know much about him, but hopefully he does feel he's a bit younger, so maybe he will try to steer the company in the direction of pushing more to what the other two are doing. You know what I mean? In terms of like online
companies
services
like Sony, Microsoft. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Maybe he'll try to steer in the direction of them a little more. And I'm not gonna.
Is that what you want?
Oh, look, I'm not gonna reflect well. Here's the thing: I'm not gonna reject some of those ideals. It'd be nice to have a really good marketplace with sales going on pretty much all the time, and it'd be good to have like a lot of good online support and ditch the app and all that stuff. That'd be really nice. That'd be really nice. If he could steer it in that direction, that'd be fine. What I don't want him to steer it in is, some stupid bullshit.
Just don't lose Nintendo quirkiness.
No, yeah, no. Don't trash it like a fucking train wreck, please.
Trash it like a train wreck, alright.
Trash it like a train wreck. Alright, anyway, moving on.
Alright, moving on. Nintendo has announced their E3 schedule.
Yes, they have.
Yep. So,
yes.
They've got the Splatoon Invitational.
They have. Sorry.
Yeah. And they've got the Smash Brothers Invitational.
Yes, they do.
And they'll have their... What are you doing?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, Bryce.
Yes, they absolutely do. But
and then they have their online presentation like they do every year.
Yes.
So that's exciting. I'm keen to
Sorry.
I'm keen to watch them. With I should have brought this up, but we've got an Australian Splatoon team going over there to take place in the Invitational again.
Yep. Yes.
And Latias from remind me of the team name, please. I've forgotten.
The BR Octolings.
Yeah, the Octolings. She's going over there again, so that'll be exciting for her.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It'll be a romp of a time back at E3 again.
Romp of a time.
Back at E3 again, getting to play all those games that, oh boy, I'd love to go and play. Thanks, someone sponsor us to go to E3.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Be a smart sponsorship on their behalf.
Come back and we're just like we played way too much Smash.
We just played it on 3DS too. We didn't even go and play the new one. Whoops. But this year they're apparently decking out their show floor in Smash Bros.
Good.
So I cannot wait to see that. That is going to look awesome.
That I think if that's the case, then it's more than 100% confirmed it's a new game. I don't think they would do that kind of a thing for a port. No. The speculation was there for a bit that obviously it was either a port or it was a new game, and a lot of people were like, there was a war after that first initial teaser, where it was like, no, this is a new game, no, this is a port, this is a new game, this is a port, going back and forth. But I think, I think if they're going to deck it out, if they're going to make the whole show floor like all Smash Bros and stuff like that, it's not going to be a port. It's 100% a new game.
I agree. Just thinking about their booth last year being Mario Odyssey, it's like, oh, this looks cool. It's like all Mario, it's all New Donk City.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about what it's going to look like just being Smash Bros, being every single Nintendo franchise there. It's going to look
mint.
It's going to be especially one of the years where I'm like, I want to go to this.
Yeah, I want to be there.
I want to stand in the middle of this thing and look around. I want to see huge statues of Mario and Link fighting each other, and oh my God, it's going to be so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I so badly want to be there. It's unfortunate we can't. It's unfortunate.
I mean, we can buy tickets. Like you can buy.
I'll go into severe debt.
Won't be severe debt. Just be a
severe debt.
Was it $1,000 ticket to get to LA?
LAX, yeah, something like that. Maybe 1,200.
I haven't looked into it because I'm not going. But say $300 for an E3 ticket,
maybe.
Yeah, so
I would have to take out another personal loan.
And then of course you'll have the stupid, huge Airbnb prices because everyone's going to be in LA that weekend and whatever. But we'll just watch it online. It's free.
No,
no,
I want to go. But yeah, it's going to be super exciting with the Splatoon and the Smash Brothers tournaments happening. I've enjoyed them the past couple of years. They've been really good. So that's awesome. That we're going to get a lot of that. Obviously, the focus is going to be very, very Smash. But I'm curious to see what else is going to turn up this year. Because they can put as much focus as they want on Smash, but at the same time they still have to remember that we have to fill out the rest of the year with stuff that's not Smash as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm pretty genuine on the fact that we'll get a release date for Smash there.
I hope so. Yeah,
we absolutely will.
Give me something to look forward to.
They 100% said 2018 in the teaser trailer. That it's obvious that they've had this on the deck for a while. They knew that it was going to happen, and they knew they were going to push it out. But it better be hopefully sooner rather than later. I don't want to burst that bubble too hard. But Jesus Christ, Smash!
I think it'll be September. I think for Smash Bros.
I hope so. I hope so. I don't want it to be December 29th.
No,
please. I want to be December 29th. Something stupid like that. I don't want it to be like right at the end of that month and just be like...
Yeah, because at the moment with big Nintendo games, I'm not interested in anything until, honestly, Mario Tennis. And even then I'm like, yeah, cool, Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
I'm really holding on to Smash Bros. As like that next, like, holy shit, yes. Cannot wait for this thing.
Yeah. It's going to be the ultimate filler game, for sure. But with the three games that the three Titan-ish games, pretty much that are in. What the fuck? The three Titan-ish games that are in development at the moment in Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, and the Pokemon game. They will hopefully be touched on more. And I would like to see more of them. I'd like to see release dates for them, hopefully. Well, not like dates, but time windows. Spring, summer, 2019, 2018, 2027.
27, shit.
Some shit like that. I want to see release windows, and I want to know what I'm getting into over
What'd you do if they just like, oh yeah, Metroid Prime 4, release window 2027, you're like, oh yeah.
Guess I don't know what I'm buying in 2027 then.
Yeah, oh sweet, can't wait for that game.
Oh, it's going to be great, mate. I want release windows for them, but I also want stuff like... Because is Yoshi due out before E3?
No, it hasn't got a release date yet.
That's what I
So
thought.
we'll see something on that.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'd want that relatively soon to come out, even if I'm not going to buy it. I still feel like it needs to be around.
Yeah.
Kirby's obviously out, as is. It's just, we've got Kirby, Yoshi, and Aces.
Mm-hmm.
Smash Bros. That's 4 games this year, right?
Yep.
Can you think of any more first parties?
If then there's just like the logos for Pokemon and Metroid. That's what we know about.
Yeah.
There's nothing else
right.
that we know about yet.
Pokemon's supposed to be a new generation as well.
Yeah, which is expected, but it's like, I don't know. Do we need another generation just now? No, we don't.
Not particularly, but if it's going to be a decent culmination of everything that's come up to that point, then I don't care. Do you know what I mean? They can chuck in 50 more Pokemon or whatever they decide.
That's what they seem like they're doing now. They're just putting it back to like 50 new ones.
That's fine.
They can't do 200 each time.
No, shit, no, yeah.
They'll kill their designers.
Absolutely. And like I'm fine with that. Put 50 odd Pokemon in there and then just make the game fleshed. Make it really good.
I don't think we'll see Pokemon this year.
It will not be this year, hopefully. No. Hopefully. I want it to be in development longer than that. But for whatever it is, the competitive balancing terms and stuff like that, because obviously Pokemon is still really big on the competitive scene, whether it's the trading card game or the actual video game.
I want to see them really balance out the Pokemon, because like what we've seen the last couple of generations is just there's a pool of Pokemon that are used, then the rest are just useless. And it's like, what's the point in that? Like, what I like about Pokemon is being able to choose any team I want. But then you look up, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to look up, what this Pokemon stats are, because that's what you have to do now, because there's that many of them and so many are useless. So you got to know whether they're any good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's hard to balance bloody 700 and goddamn however many Pokemon there are, but they made that many, so you got to.
I think they just need to have a department sit on it and be like, this is all the balancing we need to do and it needs to happen now, sort of thing. Okay, anyway.
I just wanted, for our E3 plans, as far as the show goes, we're going to be hopefully having the Tuesday off, maybe, hopefully. So we're going to do an episode on the tournaments that are happening. After that, we'll have an episode straight up, hopefully. And we'll do an episode on the presentation. So that's 2:00 our time. So by the time that finishes, it's going to be recorded and up, hopefully, as soon as we can.
It'll probably be like, 5:00 in the morning by the time we get to bed.
It will be. Because, we'll try and get our, what we think and get a discussion up as soon as we can. And I was thinking the other day, I would like to do an episode just on the other conferences as well. So non-Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if our audience would be interested in that, but I'm personally a huge fan of other video games as well, and I'd like to talk about that too.
It'd be a shorter. Well, I mean, we could. Here's a good opportunity. If you're a listener and you haven't joined our Discord yet, do so and let us know whether you want to hear a bunch of Nintendo stuff.
Okay.
We are regularly talking with our little ones in the Discord server.
Our little ones?
Our little ones.
They're not our little ones.
Our little ones. Our little ones.
Sounds like you're putting them down, but all
right. No, I'm not putting them down. They're lovely people. We have lovely people in the Discord server. And if you would like to hear us talk about something that's not Nintendo, we'll probably just round the rest of them up into one episode.
Yeah, that was the plan. Yeah, just
if you'd like to hear that, then let us know. Just chat away in there, and we'll get back to you soon. And
just chat away.
Just chat away. Yeah. Because there will be a couple of episodes regarding Nintendo stuff, but we watch every conference every year unless we're absolutely forced to be unable to. Like when you went on holiday and we couldn't, and I was sad. It's like the first E3 we've missed in like 7 years.
Sad.
Wanted to cry.
I talked to you over Facebook Messenger. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same as sitting in the same room drinking a beer or something. I don't know.
No,
I'm upsetty spaghetti. Can't you tell I'm salty?
I'm super excited for E3 this year. I cannot wait.
Absolutely, yeah. I will 100% have the day off. I know that for a fact. So I'm keen. Very keen. Okay.
All right, let's end the show there, Bryce. Thank you very much for joining us all, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm the side project.
You're not the side project.
I'm the side project.
I know. I just felt like, what am I going to say?
It's a Sunday, okay? It's
Yes.
a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Our brains are all...
So now you broke the fourth wall. The listeners might think we were just recording in space where there is no time.
I was going to say living in a land where there's no time or day.
We're living in a land down under.
Where women roll and men thunder. So
Yeah. Yep.
I have to finish that.
Oh, like our episode was like planned out, but oh god, I am just so tired, and it's just
Yeah, and we've still got more to do after this, but you will find out about that via following our Twitter, which is a good way to lead into plugs.
Yes, Bryce. Where can they find you on the Bluebird?
Yeah, they find me on the Bluebird at Bryce DeWitt.
And you can find me on the Bluebird at iDruby, and the House of Mario at the House of Mario. Like we said, our Discord community is starting to pick up steam, so please join. There is a link in the description. I'm looking at you. And a couple of weeks ago, I was on John O'Peck's podcast, Put In Work, where I talked about farming and doing this podcast and
you certainly
doing
were.
Whatever.
I listened to that episode. It was
You
very
did?
Good. I actually did. Yes, it was
Yes.
a very good episode. Very good.
Enjoy it,
episode.
did you?
Yes, it was very nice. Yes,
It's very nice. Well, you
It
have to
was
say
very
that.
nice. No, you got very topical there for a bit, and it was very very informative and nice and good.
You're like, fucking hell, I don't know about Drew.
In all seriousness, as somebody who was an outsider listening in, it was a really really nice episode of Putting In Work, and Buddy Boy here had some good life advice.
Yeah, that's me, Mr. Life Advice.
Mr. Life Advice, and it was just overall really good listen. So you should check that out if you're into listening stuff that's not Nintendo.
And like I do talk about Nintendo, how like
Oh yeah,
how this show
about the
affects
podcast and
our podcasting and doing another job at the same time.
But I mean solely Nintendo. If you know what I'm saying,
You're not talking about
just
bloody Awada showing bananas.
God, that clip will remain with me forever.
You just did the motion of the bananas on an audio podcast.
I know. I did it.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep it going. So the link in the show notes for that one. And our podcast and Putting In Work and many others are a part of the 8-Bit Collective, a collective of podcasters. Of podcasters. Yes. So go to 8bit.net to check all those guys out, and you can go to 8bit.net/the House of Mario for us.
Absolutely.
God damn, my voice is just... My brain is not at the same speed as my mouth today.
No, mine isn't
I
either.
am so sorry, guys.
Dude, that's what working the weekend does, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh well. Thank you very much, guys. And be sure to keep an eye out on that House of Mario Twitter, because we'll be sharing something else that's coming out.
Well, we'll just say we're doing a podcast with our friend Eric from Nintendo by Numbers. He's started a new podcast called Aussie Entertainment System. So it's a podcast about just broad games, everything under the broad games, everything under video game sun. We're yet to record it, and I don't know when he plans to edit it and release it. So
just keep an eye out on our Twitter if you want to listen to that.
I assume it's this week.
if you enjoy listening to his voice, go and check out his Nintendo podcast, Nintendo by Numbers, because they're great fans of the show, and we absolutely love them. 100%.
Love them to death.
We do. We love
fellow
them
South Australians.
Absolutely.
All right, this week's Nintendo Jukebox is Deep Castle Remix. It's a remix from the game Bowser's Inside Story by Niku. Please enjoy, and we'll catch you next week on the House of Labo.
The House of Labo.
Because
Build them pianos.
it's made out of cardboard and it falls apart like this show. See ya.